Hi there, my name is Sarah Jane McGuigan and I am a TU Dublin MBA executive graduate. When I was thinking about doing an MBA, I thought about a lot of different things, and one thing that was really important to me was obviously the caliber and the breadth of courses that you covered over the 2 years. So I talked to a lot of people who had previously done MBAs, and what really struck me about TU Dublin was the practical implication of a lot of the courses. So they really focused on the education side of things and how you could apply it practically, which I think was a huge benefit compared to the other ones. I also think that what's really important, especially when you're doing a part-time course and you're working full-time, is the flexibility around when you can go to college. And the Friday and Saturday classes, compared to some of the other courses, really suited being able to have that balance between work, college and home as well. For me, there's been a huge amount of highlights throughout the course of the 2 years, but I think in particular, 3 things really spring to mind. I think the first thing is the ability to get to work with such a diverse group of people throughout the 2 years. We had people in our class from every walks of life, every different career background with different aspirations, and being able to spend time with them was really impactful for me from a learning point of view. Some of the things that the MBA offered us, we got to go to Silicon Valley in year 2. That was an incredible experience. One, again, to get to spend a whole week with the people that we would only see on a Friday and a Saturday and really absorb a lot of their background and their knowledge. But actually the exposure to the people that we met in Silicon Valley as well, it was really, really practical. And for me, it brought almost a year of learning together. We met people who were just starting out, fledgling startups, all the way through to scale-ups, and then through to people who had gone and brought, small businesses through to acquisition and IPO. And hearing their stories and really being able to get FaceTime with them, ask them questions on a one-to-one level was really, really valuable, and I think something that I will remember forever. I think for me as well, I was very lucky to get to go to Canada in January of this last year for the John Molson case study competition. When I look back now, it was the highlight of my whole MBA. I got to go with 3 amazing classmates, and we really got to take everything that we had learned from an academic point of view over the past 2 years into a really stressful but really thrilling environment over the 5 days. And we got to present in front of some really, really fascinating and industry leaders and compete against some other incredible schools across Europe and across America as well. So that, gave me access to a huge network of people that I would have never met. And also just, again, learning from a huge diverse group of people and having that exposure it was really fun, really challenging. It really challenged me as an individual, and definitely it grew me as a person. So getting to go over to Canada to compete in the John Molson case study competition really changed my view of approaching our thesis or your applied project that you do at the end of your MBA. And because of my real belief that being able to take knowledge and then apply it really helps you in your role, in your job, as opposed to just learning lots of things academically, I wanted to take a very different approach to our capstone project. And with the support of the lecturers here in TU Dublin, they allowed me to explore a very new way of approaching the capstone project. And that was through, instead of working with your company directly, assessing an issue and then coming up with some practical recommendations that you would implement and writing your capstone around that, what I really wanted to do was create a piece of basically academic literature that on my company that I could then go and use and the college could use in all of their classes. And what was really great about that was it allowed me to put my own personal flair on things. I come from an e-learning background. I think learning and applied learning is so important. And being able to take that experience from January of last year and doing all of those case studies and apply it to my capstone project in such a free way was really brilliant, really inspiring, and I think has allowed hopefully a new approach to how people look at the capstones moving forward. This MBA was very different to anything I've ever done. I've done a master's previously, and a lot of it was individual work. And what I really enjoyed about this MBA was the focus on working in groups and constantly being able to challenge each other in a very safe environment. So we got exposure to everyone in every different type of industry, and our lecturers very rarely fed us answers. We were challenged to go and find answers on our own. We were given an environment where we could fail safely, challenge each other, ask questions, and sometimes our answers weren't right, but they were always encouraged. And I think that's very different to anything I've ever experienced in a third level education before. And I think because of that, it's formed such a strong network of peers and friends now that I have after this MBA that I can rely on, connect with. I definitely still, talk to people sometimes when I'm having challenges in my own business. And that for me has been, quite a special part of the MBA experience. If you were to ask me what advice I would give to someone considering doing an MBA, I would say just go for it. I can honestly say that there were so many people in my class who had different dreams, aspirations. Some of them wanted to get a step up in their career. Some people wanted to change careers completely. And then some people were just there to learn and grow as individuals. And that was the most interesting and exciting bit about the course. So for me, it's not about what's next in your career or where you want to go. It's open to anybody at any stage in their life, and whatever you want to do, you'll definitely come away from it having learned something and definitely, grown as a person.